So what I'm going to do is give you guys a little rundown today of how to set up a domain name, a custom domain name on your funnels inside of the NuBrand AI system. So you go down to sites in your main account once you log in. Sites is down here under AI agents, automation, and then sites. And I've got some sites already built. So you guys know how to create. These are just funnels. I'm in funnels, not websites, but this same application works. If you're in funnels or in websites or stores or webinars, anywhere you need to connect a domain name, it'll do that. You can also click settings, and there's a left-hand link called domains, but it'll take you to that same link if you're inside of a funnel and you click this blue button and it opens up the editor. You'll see very quickly that there's a link up here that shows you this is the current hyperlink on the internet that leads to this landing page. And you can leave it that if you want. But if you want to connect, your own domain to it or buy your own domain name, you just hit the connect domain button and it'll say select a domain, which is one that's already in your account, or add or edit domain. So I want to add a new domain. So it's going to take me over to my admin section. Then I can go up and say connect a domain. And I want to connect a funnel. So I'll click that button and I'll put the domain that I want it to be, newbrandmarketing.net. And you guys can see here, I'll bring this over real quick. In my GoDaddy account, I have my GoDaddy account open so that I'm already in there. So when I try to do the sync, it makes it a lot easier. So now I'm going to hit continue. And I always say continue here, but 9 times out of 10, I have to hit this little add record manually. So I'm going to go through the process. Sometimes when you hit continue right here, it just connects the domain and all is good. But I'm going to give you the example of what happens if you have to add the record manually. So you have to add a couple of things that are called DNS records. So we're going to go into this domain name on our account over here. This is GoDaddy. Now, if you have it somewhere else, it'll be different. And where it says right here, DNS. So you have overview, DNS, and products. So it's saying that we need to have the @ one needs to be this IP address right here. So I'm going to click this to copy that and go to the @ one, which is this first one right there, and hit edit. And instead of it being parked, I'm going to say, bam, it goes to that IP address and hit save. Now, you still have to add one more record. And that record is the one that's www and is a CNAME. See, this was an A record @ CNAME www. And you just have to copy that and find your www one, which is right here. CNAME www. Click the edit. And then change the value then to that value. Paste it in there. So now that that's done, and you've updated, it doesn't happen immediately, but most of the time it does. So I go back here and then I hit continue. And now those 2 A records are already in there. So it retrieves the DNS record and usually finalizes the setup. And I can just go authorize the domain. My GoDaddy's still open. So it says, yes, it's fine to connect it. Do you want to connect that to lead connector? And I hit close, and then it does all of this in the background and connects it to your site for you. But we'll wait here a second and let it do its thing. Sometimes it takes a few minutes because it's updating DNS records. Sometimes it says you require up to 30 seconds. Not sure. There we go. So now it says it can let you choose, is it a website, a store, a blog, a webinar? It's a funnel that we were using, and it was the one that was a web designer funnel. And so the first page is called downsell in that, but you can assign whatever page in the funnel you want to be your home page. So I don't do anything with these additional options. I just leave the additional options alone for right now and proceed to finish. And that will connect that domain name, newbrandmarketing.net, now is connected to that funnel. So if I go up here and I go back and I go into my sites, back into my funnels again, and I go to my web designer funnel, now you see it says new brand marketing, downsell, whatever this number is. So if I want to change all that, I can just say, home. And I can say, rename the page up here. Website today. Or whatever, and then hit update the page. And then it'll update that entire URL and everything. Go into the settings. Do the same thing. New website starting at 409. Change this to home. Update the step. This is more metadata information that you can change inside, but at least we know that there's a URL string. And I usually try to go up and test this. It may be broken now because, oh no, there it is. So if I go to newbrandmarketing.net, yeah, there it is. So newbrandmarketing.net, it hooks up the SSL for you. So that's a live page on the internet now. Obviously, I need to do some edits to it to make it work. But now that's just attaching that domain name, newbrandmarketing.net, to this funnel. That's how you do it. Hopefully that was a short and sweet, kind of give you an overview of how to do it. I always hit edit manual first instead of hitting confirm, because on that confirm button, if you hit it, it just says, oh, there was an error, and then you have to enter them manually anyway. So it's better to just enter them manually, then go back a step and then hit confirm. So that is how to attach a custom domain name to any funnel, website, store, webinar, or blog that you create inside of the NuBrand AI system. Thanks. Until the next time in training, good luck and have fun inside the system.